Now, if you discovered a web of lies about your partner, including a string of people your partner was cheating with, would you stay?
Well, our next guest stuck by her man, her husband, even after discovering his sex addiction. It's believed up to 16% of the population could suffer from it, wow, including some of the world's biggest celebrities.
It was the sex scandal that rocked the sporting world. Squeaky clean Tiger Woods was cheating on his wife. Some gossip mags say with up to 120 women. It was later revealed he suffered a sex addiction.
I, of course, enjoy sexual intercourse as it is my biological imperative as a human being.
Funny man Russell Brand revealed he used to make love up to 20 times a week. Other self-confessed celebrity sex addicts include David Duchovny, Charlie Sheen and Kanye West. There's even speculation Al Shane Warne is addicted too. But is it a real disorder?
It's not actually a clinical diagnosis at this point in time. You can't categorise it based on the amount of sex or the amount of masturbation or how much pornography you watch. It's really the significant negative impact to your life that is the issue.
Sophie Jaffe's partner, Addie, revealed he was a sex addict when they were engaged. And she discovered dirty messages to other women on his phone. The couple still got married, even after Addie admitted to cheating on another occasion.
There is some research showing that it's associated with the brain's reward system and similarly with drug addiction. So there's some sort of reward and experience of pleasure that I guess reinforces the behaviour.
After a few relapses from her husband, Sophie says lots of counselling has brought them closer than ever.
Sophie joins us now from Los Angeles. Good morning to you. Look,
hello.
How did you and your husband work through this sex addiction?
We did a lot of work, honestly. It was a lot of work. We tried lots of different ways of healing, lots of different modalities, and we had to figure out what worked for us. So we threw a lot of different things at the wall, seeing what would work.
And what did?
I saw my own therapist. Well, for us, what worked best was me having my own therapist and dealing with my own issues, him working with his own therapist, working on his own issues, and then coming together and having a couples therapist. Also going to a support group once a week together with other couples that were going through similar issues, but were also on the other side and trying to stay together and make their families work, and really facing their fears and their insecurities and being raw and vulnerable with each other.
You were pregnant with your first son when you discovered your husband had an Ashley Madison account. Now, that's a dating website for cheating spouses. Yeah. How do you, as a woman who's pregnant, as a woman full stop who loves a man, how do you cope with that? How do you process that and not feel betrayed and not get angry and go on and have children with that man and trust him?
I did feel all those feelings. I felt angry, I felt betrayed. I went through the whole spectrum of different feelings during that process. It was heavy, it was intense. I questioned leaving him several times, and I never knew, even then, I didn't know that necessarily we would stay together. I didn't know that it would work out. I didn't know anything. All I knew is that I loved him and that we were going to have a child together and that we were going to try our best to make it work. And I wanted to believe that he would work really hard like he said he would. And luckily he showed up and he stepped into it and he did work on it really hard and he did heal. But there was no guarantee, and I was really angry and I was hurting.
Yeah. I found this fascinating because I've always thought sex addiction was an excuse for rotters who have cheated to say, oh, sorry, I've got a sex addiction. But it's quite serious. The more reading I've done on it, it's a real mental issue.
It is. It's not that different. I think, you know, I'm obviously not a doctor and I'm not a psychologist, but what I've seen and heard and researched is that it's not that different from the way it looks in the brain to an eating disorder or to a drug addiction problem. It's impulsive and it's trying to satisfy something deeper, and it's not about just necessarily cheating. He only cheated on me one time. It wasn't about lots of partners and all of that. It was more about seeking and hiding and the chase and like kind of what happened to his brain chemistry when he could escape in that way. And we had to get to the real issues and to the root of it, because my husband actually was a drug addict before I even knew him. So it was the same kind of mechanisms and the same habits, just in a new manifestation.
Yeah.
So we had to get to the actual root of the problem, and that was what we had to deal with.
It's an addictive personality.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, Sophie, thank you for talking about this, and good on you for working through it. And you look like, you know, a beautiful little family, and kids look gorgeous. So all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for having me.
Now, if you want to hear more of Sophie's story, head to the Sunrise website. It's all on there. Interesting, huh?
Yeah, it is. I just used to think it was all baloney.
There'd
just
be
an
a
excuse.
whole lot of women who wouldn't be as tolerant as Sophie, let me tell you.
Yeah.